Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Day of the Video Darren. How's it going today? Today, it's Monday. Normally, Mondays are quite predictable days. We do the same thing every Monday without fail. Today, however, is a strange Monday. Firstly, I will start off at the beginning of the day. Today, all day, we have been battered by Storm Angus, who has come up to give us what for, so to speak. And it has been torrential rain today. Literally all day, since we got up this morning, since last night, it's still raining and it's so heavy. One of my biggest pet peeves is people who have their windscreen wipers on too fast, you know? And today is a day where even I went up to continuous. So, our car, I actually discovered this, it's quite cool. Our car has 4 intermittent settings. So it's like slow, which is like, unfortunately I can't flick it, that really pissed me off. But 4 intermittent settings where it goes, one's really slow, and then one's quite quick where it goes like 1, down, waits a second, bam, then it's again. Whereas like continuous is like constantly. So I actually went to continuous mode, but something which I thought was really cool, in continuous mode, if you stop, it just goes back to like 1 every like 5 seconds or so. Which I thought was really fucking cool, because there's no, like, you're sat in traffic. Obviously when you're moving, you're getting more wet. Or it seems like you are. And there's no need to be like fucking flapping about, scratching the windscreen or whatever. But I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, so it's been raining so much, I got to work late today because of that. Well, no, because of, there's always more traffic when it rains, and also I got stuck behind a bin lorry on a main road, which was causing the entire road a lot of grief. And yes, otherwise we then got to work. I was working on my refactoring for my validator stuff, just diving into that, which was good fun. Making good progress. We're like near the end of it now, but I'm at the annoying parts where like all the things at the end seem to be like interweaved, so I take a chunk out, but then it's causing errors because it's now doing it up here, it should be doing it down here, and like because I'm doing it up there, it's not stopping it hitting to this bit because the thing that stops it has been taken out and moved up there. So it's getting a bit feisty, but it's going well. Otherwise today as well, I transferred my migration, I was doing some migration stuff for ops, and I sent them the migration runner. Like the fixed compiled migration runner for them to use, so they can migrate some data for one customer onto a different version of the product or whatever. And I got an email today saying, "Oh, we've got just experienced an error. Could you look at it? Could you like let us know what it is or shed some light on it?" So I dived into the code. I'm like, okay, so it's that. It looks like that thing's not being set in the configuration. Look into the configuration. It's not being set there. Maybe it's like been rolled back out accidentally when I like rebased it or something. I then went back into the code and I'm like, no, look, it's there. It's being set beforehand. There's no way that can be null. Email them back. By the way, what test run are you using? They'll be like, oh, we're using this one. In the email I sent you, I linked to the right one to use and you're using a different folder. God damn. So I sent them again. Well, I quoted my own email back to them. And then also said, also make sure that you run these scripts beforehand, because I'm pretty certain you're going to come back to me tomorrow and say, this thing failed, what was it? And I'm going to say, did you run the scripts? And you're going to be like, what scripts? So, that was fun. Why are you hissing so much, buddy? Otherwise, we drove home in the rain again. And now, I'm cooking dinner. It's only 5 o'clock. Laura's not going to finish work today until about 8. She's going to some kind of networking thing, where she's got like basically a proper quiz at work. So, I'm having dinner now. I'm also doing the shopping list and the meal plan, or finishing off the meal plan now. Then I'm going to do some work up until about 7:45, at which point I'm going to jump in the car, drive down to town, pick up Laura, drive straight to Sainsbury's, because she would have been, she would have finished, what am I saying? She's having like something to eat in town, but she's probably going to have like some of this as well. And then we're going to come back here and do everything as normal, but an hour behind the times. Normally we try and leave for Sainsbury's at about 7, so it's going to be strange. It's going to be a weird day. Like literally on the dot, I'm at Sainsbury's at 7:30 latest every single Monday for the past 2 years. and I'm being thrown all askew. I mean, really, there's no hassle for me. The only problem for me is if they do something stupid or the traffic's crap in town. Yeah, so I'm just going to cook myself a little me-sized portion of chilli, and then I am going to I'm going to do my shopping list. I'm going to do that now because I can do it on my phone. And ladies and gentlemen, it's 6:30, just gone. It's really difficult thinking of, like, Laura did most of the meal plan. I did the rest of it. What's hard is thinking of the meals that are supposed to be, like, quick, like either before or after gym meals, because obviously we have them more often than we used to. Like, we normally have, like, curry or chili, because they're quick meals, but they're also heavy meals. So you have to be, like, careful about when you have them and stuff. And then obviously you can't have them 4 times a week or 3 times a week. Like, it gets boring, so you try and find different things to have instead. And it's quite difficult to do. Also, writing the shopping list is difficult when only one of us is here, and I'm like, does Laura need this? I'm looking at stuff and I'm like, it doesn't look like it. I assume not. It'll just be okay. We'll have to just be careful when we do the shop. Otherwise, everything else is done, washing up's done, and I am now working. I'm going to be working until about, it's just gone 6:30. It's going to be a case of working up until around 7:30-ish, and then I'll be working until Laura texts me, but like around 7:30 will be the time that I start, like, getting ready for Laura and stuff. Oh, I've left my glasses! So that is the plan of attack, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, I've just got, like, everything through, and I'm just trying to figure out the best way of abstracting away from the reflection stuff that I'm using, because I can't stub that out and test it, so I'm trying to, like, put it into the smallest possible box possible so that I can just kind of call the box and then it do the least amount of code possible and then come back to me and that bit be untested. But I just stumbled upon, which I've just retweeted, it's fucking exciting as balls, a video where someone uses Net Standard 2.0, which the next version of .NET Core will implement, and that uses just like it's everything. It's all yours, boys. If you want to import things from the .NET, like non.NET portable stuff, it'll just do it. Which is fucking ace. Like, that was a shit explanation. And this is only a 4-minute video, but I just watched this guy use APIs that aren't in .NET Core and won't be. So app domains, they're back. This is all in vain. But that's fucking incredible. It's got to be said. So there's that. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how best to do this, because I need to pass in a directory. I need to pass in the path to the DLL that I want to load. That will then load up an assembly. So I believe I can do that, like, kind of in a wrapper in itself. I could have, like, an assembly proxy. I'm trying to reduce as much as possible all of the untestable code. Like, I'm trying to reduce all of that to 0. To, like, literally 1 line. Like, I don't want anything clever going on in that section. It's going to be bloody weird shopping this late, ladies and gentlemen. I have come up with a solution, which is, in my opinion, elegant as fuck. I've created a factory which is able, because I need to, it's multi-threaded, so I can't load everything into one context because there could be overlaps between a type that's defined in this context and a different context, so I need different things every single time and every different thread, which is a pain in the balls. So I've had to create a factory which is able to generate a assembly load context object, and the thing that it actually generates a interface for that object. I have attempted to draw it in order to explain this properly. So, this is the beastly thing that I've got to use, but there's a method on it that I need to overwrite, which is an abstract method, in order to get the functionality that I require. So I have to have this wrapper system here. Let me just do this there, which you can't see. I have to have this wrapper thing to overload this method here. So, I have a factory which generates a new instance of this, and therefore a new instance of this. This is an extension, so it extends there. The factory, however, returns the public interface for this, which I've generated. So this implements this interface and extends this. So the rest of the system outside of this factory never sees this object. This is completely invisible. All of that's gone. But it has a method on it which says do stuff. It's not called that. Based on that method basically just says this dot and then another method. That then does all of the magic and the witchcraft underneath it. But I can stub that method and therefore pass around this mockable object which I otherwise wouldn't have had if I would have either used this or used some kind of proxy. And I think that is an elegant solution. It's very simple, but I think that's an elegant solution to having to have an extension of this, but then also a wrapper. I kind of make the extension of the wrapper and then just pass around this virtual interface and then only have references to the interface, so I can't actually reference this wrapper outside of the instance itself. I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to bring this to an end. Laura's just handed in her quiz papers to get the totals. It's 8:15. Woo! So I'm going to save this and then we are going to head off to shopping. I'm going to start getting ready and get like everything we need and stuff, make sure I'm all set for the road. And it's now the morning, ladies and gentlemen. Managed to pick up Laura just fine. Actually, really creepily, I picked her up, drove down the road towards her, like went down the motorway. No one was around. I've never seen Bristol that quiet before. And we've driven at some like strange hours of the night and it was just like smooth as. It was ever so strange. But anyway, we went shopping, came back, Laura like had some chilli and had her dinner. We sat and watched the news with a cup of tea and then Laura went to bed. And I've been programming ever since, basically, since about 11 o'clock. It's just gone 1 o'clock now. I was going to go to bed a lot earlier, but like at about 12:05, the tests just stopped running in Visual Studio. And then I couldn't get them to run. They wouldn't run in the command line, and like XUnit is just throwing exceptions. So I like tried to do some like NuGet packages and all this kind of stuff. And I've just spent the past hour trying to figure out why it's just suddenly decided to start throwing stuff. I like backed out a load of changes, and it seems to just be configuration problems. But I don't know how to get around those configuration problems. Sneaking suspicion is something's updated in the background, but then I've pushed everything up to the my sneaking suspicion is something's updated, and now XUnit is incompatible with it. But I never asked anything to update. I don't think it just casually updates on its own. So I don't really know what's gone on. And what's strange is like everything's broken. If I run .NET tests in the command line, XUnit throws an exception, which is crazy. So I don't know whether like C#'s updated or like I'm now running on like a different version of .NET Core or something and it's just fucked shit up. I don't know. But either way, I tried to force it through to use different what am I saying? Oh, and also I can still run the code, like I can still run everything. Everything seems to run fine. It's literally just XUnit that's gone crazy. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to solve that. Basically, tomorrow, awkwardly at work when I haven't got internet. So that might screw me a little bit, so I may run out of a little bit of programming time tomorrow. But that's fine, because I've had one hell of a head start on the week today, because I have just fucking cruised past my normal average for a day. Normally, week on week, on a Monday I average, last week I did 1 hour 40, 1 hour 30, 35, that must have been a bad week. But this week I'm already clocked up to, I hope you find this interesting, I like storing my thing. I've already done 4.5 hours. Actually a lie, 4 hours 5 minutes, because I spent, not all of that's Monday, an hour of that is Tuesday, but I spent, that's today, I've spent an hour on it, dead on today. 3 hours on it yesterday. Crazy, and by that, yesterday I mean today. So, good fun. 28 minutes, 1 hour 35 minutes, 2 hours 2 minutes. Bossed it. Right, I'm going to head off to bed, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully I can fix this problem in the morning. Or tomorrow at some point. It's very annoying. I'll catch you later.